All right, guys, we are back with round one hat format at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Tobi on the left playing a hat deck versus Jimmy Nguyen on the right playing Geargia. So it looks like Tobi's going first. Normal summon is Trap Tricks Leo. With that card, when it's normal summon, you add a normal hold trap card from your deck to your hand. So Tobi, I would say, is a regular on the channel. He's got 3 wins, 2 in Edison, 1 in hat. While Jimmy kind of shows up occasionally. He's got 1 win on the channel, and his win was in Edison. This is actually Jimmy's debut in hat. He finally got a hat deck, so we'll see how he does. So now Tobi activates Palo Duality, where he'll Soul Charge, and Debunk in the main deck. Okay. That's something you don't normally see. So he has to debunk, shuffles both Soul Charges. Yeah, Jimmy's a good friend of mine, too. This man went to Worlds during hat format. So as some of you guys may know, that's why hat is it's called hat because it won the U.S. Nationals in 2014, and my friend Jimmy actually made top 4 at that Nationals. He lost to the winner, Corey McDuffie, in top 4. Jimmy was playing like a card artifact trap tricks deck. I remember because he and I tested a lot during that time. Paid off. That was the first time he went to Worlds. He also beat the guy who ended up winning Worlds that year in top 8, Sahabi. I know Jimmy beat him in top 8. All right, now that we're done with the history lesson, Tobi summons Fire Hand, attacks into armor. Let's see. So we know Tobi's got Debunk, which Debunk is not going to do much in this matchup. Yeah, it's not going to do much in this matchup, unless if Jimmy maybe's main decking hand traps or something like that. All right, so Jimmy adds... Yeah, maybe Tobi shouldn't have attacked there. Did he know Jimmy was playing Geargia? Probably not. Maybe he thought Jimmy was playing... Jimmy was playing, what's the card? A mirror match. Now, going back to 2014, for that Nationals, I was actually playing the... I was playing the card artifact trap tricks deck and the Curry Band. I was trying both. But I gave up on the deck because I couldn't beat Geargia. And I thought at the Nationals, Geargia was going to be really popular. So that's why I decided not to play artifacts. But Jimmy still stuck with that deck. Even though he was playing Geargia almost like the entire time. He kind of switched to that deck last minute. And it's funny to see him here today playing Geargia. Alright, so now Jimmy special summons Accelerator. XYZ summons. So yeah, Accelerator, you can special summon it from your hand if you control a face-up Geargia monster. And armor, when it's flipped, you add a Geargia monster from your deck to your hand, except Geargia armor. So he goes for 101 Silent Arc. But he can't take either one of these monsters. Jimmy must have forgot, and it looks like Tobi forgot as well. I guess he... Oh, no, he just made it because he wanted to attack over the Fire Hand. That's why. Okay, I get it. That's why he made it. So he negates the summon of 101 with Solemn Warning. So he can't use 101's effect to protect himself because it never hit the field. All right, now Jimmy sets a monster. So we know he's got a Arsenal, Geargia Arsenal in his hand. So he probably set another armor. And we'll see how Tobi deals with it. He might have to go into his extra deck to deal with it. This is why me personally, I don't like the hand version of the deck. Because they're kind of easy to play around. You just bring out your monsters in defense mode. And especially with people side deck rivalry against you. It's like... That's why I'm not a fan. I prefer the Curry Bandit version. I prefer the card version. I don't know which one's better out of those two. They're both solid. Because Curry Bandit makes Soul Charge and Call better in your deck. But then card helps you get to hand traps. It depends on how you build your deck, in my opinion. If you're more relying on Soul Charge, maybe you go for Curry Bandit. But if you're more relying on like Max C and DD Crow, then maybe you play the card. Alright. So it looks like Tobi Tribute summons for Moral Tag. Jimmy Torrentials his Moral Tag and the Fire Hand. And he will lose his armor, but he's got Geargia Arsenal. Maybe he's got Soul Charge in hand. Alright, now Tobi sets a 5th back row. Summons Geargiano MK2, which is kind of like a Geargia Blizzard. That's what I like to call it. Except it activates when it's flipped. And it can special summon from your hand or graveyard. So it doesn't target. That's the beauty of that card. Alright, so Tobi with his own Torrential. Gets rid of the MK2. So now we still know Jimmy's got Arsenal in his hand. Jimmy sets a third back row and passes. How many cards does Jimmy have? 5? Toby's got 5. But I think Toby went first. Yeah, so Jimmy's up cards. Probably because he attacked into the Geargia armor. Yeah. Alright, so Jimmy normal summons Geargia Arsenal. Toby's going to activate Call to try and bring back his Moral Attack. Oh, he's re-sleeving his extra deck. Okay, I was like, what's he doing? That makes sense. So yeah, Moral Attack, when it's special summoned during your opponent's turn, it pops a face-up card and doesn't target. And yeah, he's gonna pop the Arsenal. Obviously, there's no priority here in hat format like Edison. You know, it kind of messes up playing two different formats in the same day, because on Saturdays our Edison and hat tournament go on back to back. Like as soon as the Edison tournament ends, the hat tournament starts. And I got confused yesterday because I play Sylvans in hat format, and I'm used to calling priority with Substitute in Edison, and I'm kind of like Lone Fire. And I remember I was playing some guy, and I was like, priority. He's like, there's no priority. I was like, oh yeah, my bad. Oh man, that's the problem when you play two different formats like that. You just get you get confused. Anyway, Jimmy activates Geargia Gear, which that one special summons 2 Geargiano monsters from your deck and increase their level by 1. I think he did it end phase. Yeah, he did it end phase. That way he can make a rank 4. You can only activate 1 Geargia Gear per turn. It's a really good card. It's like people used to call it Rescue Rabbit for Geargia back in the day. Except it's a trap. But yeah, it is a Rescue Rabbit. So here comes Geargia X and the main deck, the Black Horn of Heaven. Yeah, this deck, I think Toby borrowed this deck, but it's interesting. Main deck Debunk, main deck Blackhorn. Now Toby's cooking. Jimmy's at what? 43. This is 3,700 damage. Jimmy's at 57. I wonder if Jimmy's playing Soul Charge in his deck. All right, so Toby summons Fire Hand. Torrential's gone, and he bottomlesses the Fire Hand. Yeah, the hands have to go to the graveyard, so bottomless is... It doesn't matter. He doesn't have a monster, but... If he did have a monster, the hands have to go to the graveyard to activate their effect. So yeah, bottomless is pretty good against Fire Hand at least. So he hits him with everything, leaves Jimmy at 600. So if he does play Soul Charge is dead now. So we're at 600 to 57. Jimmy's got Accelerator in hand and one other card. But Toby's got 4 back rows. Let's see if Jimmy can get out of this in his debut, hat format debut. Glad to see Jimmy playing because he also joined our Edison tournament. He'll be featured in Edison as well. So some of you guys may be wondering why I didn't upload the past few days. I just didn't have any duels. I was waiting for Saturday to finally film, and I got both the tournaments back to back. Oh, he's main decking Redox. Oh, okay, I forgot. Jimmy's playing the Karakuri version. And, okay, so Jimmy knew he had the debunk, so now he kind of has to set Accelerator, maybe, depending on the rest of his back rows. So normal summons Accelerator. Does Toby have a response? Why do you normal summon? That's interesting. Yeah, maybe... I think Jimmy had to summon the Redox. Books the Moral Attack. And then he's going to take 200. Adds back Geargia Armor with Accelerator. Yeah, Accelerator, when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a Geargia monster from your graveyard to your hand. I think except Geargia Accelerator. So Toby takes game 1. I think it's except Geargia. It's crazy. We haven't had that many Geargia decks lately. I don't know why. I haven't featured them. It's been everyone's playing Hat. And Lightsworn. Oh no. I looked up Geargia Accelerator and it said Georgia Accelerator. No, I need a Geargia Accelerator. Not Georgia. Alright, so it looks like this is going to be a grind game. Both players set 5. Yes, it is accepted accelerator. I kind of knew it was that way. All right, so end phase, Jimmy activates Geargia Gear, brings out MK2 and Geargiano. Yeah, 4 back rows, a set monster. This matchup is always grindy, so here comes Gigant X. Blackhorn. Does he have Blackhorn? Let's see it. Oh no, Sanctum. So he's going to Sanctum the Gigant. Yeah, Artifact Sanctum, special summon is an artifact from your deck. Jimmy Chains, Vanity's Emptiness. Basically, Vanity's Emptiness is a continuous trap card. Neither player can special summon. So he chains it to Artifact Sanctum. Tobi, does Tobi have a Ignition? No? Okay, so now Gigant X's effect. Gigant, detach a material, add a level 4 or lower machine monster from your from your deck or grave to your hand. Attacks into the Fire Hand, so Fire Hand's gonna pop. Now, Fire Hand's effect to special summon an Ice Hand will not activate. So we'll go over the Fire Hand real quick. If it's destroyed in your possession, you pop a monster in the field, then you can special summon an Ice Hand, but since that Vanity's Emptiness was still up, it won't activate. And then Acid Trap Hole. See, that's the one thing I love about HAT is Murmileo allows you to side deck cards like Acid Trap Hole and cards like what's the other card? Against like ruler decks, you can side Deep Dark Trap Hole. So Jimmy with the Call of the Haunted on Armor, and then Armor's effect to set itself, and then flip it. So I think Jimmy took inspiration from Sam Pedigo. That's what he told me. He's playing Sam Pedigo's deck. Sam Pedigo is a guy who used to come to our locals. Great player. He won a YCS with Geargia. I know Jimmy told me he copied his deck yesterday. All right. Let's see now. What else does Jimmy have? Yeah, because I remember Sam was the only one back then who was playing Call. Not like I've seen the other Geargia players at my locals are not using Call. All right, here comes a Soul Charge. So my friend Aaron Patino was playing HAT on DB, and he showed me a message. He was playing some guy, and he did the Soul Charge. If you're watching, yeah, you're playing against my friend Aaron Patino, and he's from my locals. Glad to see people playing HAT online. I hope to see HAT continue to grow. I still love Edison. I play both. I play both as much as I can. Which one do I prefer? I don't know. They both have their pros and cons, just like every format. There's some things about HAT I love, but then there's some things I don't like. Oh, this is gonna hurt. He tries to Alucard, but Jimmy Phoenix chains the Alucard, sets both armors. So yeah, Ghost Trick Alucard is rank 3. You detach a material to blow up any set card your opponent controls. It's good in the Geargia mirror match. And then Moral Tech, if it's destroyed in your spell and trap zone during your opponent's turn and goes to the graveyard, you special summon it, and then we already know Moral Attack's effect. So Jimmy Phoenix chains it, that way he can't attack his armors with it. Yeah, this is why I didn't like playing against Geargia with HAT, because they just do this. Set the armors back down, and you have to deal with them. With Moral Attack's the only monster that can run over an armor in their deck without going into their extra deck. Heck, I'll probably side Rivalry too against HAT. Alright, so Jimmy flips armor. Yeah, they just slowly gain advantage. Just flip armor, flip another armor. Now he can make a rank 4 if he wants to, or he can reset the Geargia armors. Now he's going to pop the other back row. Is it another artifact? Oh, it is another artifact. So he's going to pop. Jimmy doesn't care. He's like, that's fine. I'm going to just go into my extra deck now. Yeah. Special Accelerator, XYZ summon into Gigant. Yeah, he can wipe Tobi's field. I think he should. Just go double Gigant. Yeah, Gigant. You can add the Accelerator from your graveyard. See, I don't know. Is it better to get the one from your graveyard and keep one in your deck? I'm not sure. I've seen like Robert McNett, he's played on the channel, and he usually likes to grab the one in the graveyard. I don't know what's correct, though. I don't think I've ever played pure Geargia. Even though I'm thinking about playing the deck. Surprisingly, a lot of people in my locals kind of stopped playing Geargia. They're all playing Hat and Light Swarm. All right, so he's gonna special summon the third accelerator. Okay, that's probably why he didn't grab one back. Bounce back accelerator with Burman. Special summon another accelerator. Yeah, Jimmy's playing the Karakuri version of the deck. So he's gonna get Beret, which special summons a Karakuri from your deck. Brings the Watchdog out. Hey, he can make Scrap Dragon. What's life? Is that Tobi? Tobi's at 8,000. Can he OTK him? Oh, he's gonna draw some cards. Yeah, he's gonna bring out the Tuner, the level 3 Tuner. The Burrito is the one that special summons. They both special summon a Karakuri from your deck, so he brings out that guy. And I think, yeah, when it's summoned, you're forced to switch his battle position, and then you draw one card for Burrito. Can he keep going? Switches Alucard to attack mode. Oh, he drew another Watchdog. So attack for 5. This is not game, but it's a ton of damage. And let's see. Yeah, he hit with Beret, so I think you hit with Burrito next. Yeah, hit with Burrito. He's got 5 monsters on the field. Yeah, Burrito hits over the Moral Attack, and now he's going to hit with the rest. And what else? 23. So that leaves him at what? Like 20. So Tobi can still draw Soul Charge. Depending on what Jimmy's back row is, this might be game. So we might be going to game 3. Tobi's actually been in the finals twice and had already, and both times were for the Winamat tournaments. Here comes a Soul Charge. That's why I was thinking maybe I would have gone for Scrap Dragon, but I get it. Jimmy wanted to draw a card, but I think maybe I would have just went for Scrap if he plays it. I'm not sure if he has room. This extra deck might be a little too not flexible enough. I know this because the one time I did play Geargia was when we first started doing Hat, and shout out to Ryan, he let me borrow his Geargia Karakuri deck, and I noticed there was a lot of cards that I didn't have room for, and I was telling Ryan, wait, why don't you play this? Maybe he doesn't have room for Scrap Dragon. Because, like, I would have tried to wipe Tobi's field and leave him where Soul Charge is not devastating. Like, I would have went Scrap Dragon, pop the Fiendish Chain. Okay, so he compulses at the end phase, and looks like Tobi's conceding. It didn't matter. He had compulse. Makes sense. All right, so Jimmy forces the third game. Who will move on with a round 1 win? Tobi or Jimmy? So Tobi's going first. Game 3. He summons Murmileo. Let's see. Is he going to add the Acid Trap hole? No, he goes for Bottomless instead of the Acid Trap hole. Maybe he has it already. Sets 5? No, 4. What else you got? You got Pot of Duality? No way. Okay, he does decide to set 5. That's weird. You set 4 and then you're like, okay, I'll set 5. Probably because he doesn't want to draw into Duality and then can't play it. So Jimmy sets maybe a Geargia Armor, 1 back row. I know some Geargia players like to side into the hands. It's annoying when they do that. Alright, so Jimmy flips Armor. Let's see. Does Tobi have like a breakthrough skill or something? So, yeah, I think it's a breakthrough skill. It's the only thing he would think about. Or warning. Okay, yeah, that's good. You definitely want a warning that. So, Tobi pays 2,000. Warning negates any summon. Basically, you pay 2,000 life points. A counter trap. And now Jimmy sets a monster. Did he draw double armor again? Or Watchdog? So, end phase. Oh, gear. Does Tobi have a response? A wiretap? A trap stun? A warning's gone? Oh, low battery for Jimmy. Okay, yes, torrential. Oh, that's not good. And his other set was armor. Ooh, that might have been a blowout. We'll see if Jimmy can come back from that. That hurt. Yeah, that torrential hurt. He loses nothing, basically. The Murmileo replaced itself. Jimmy loses his armor and his gear. So yeah, it was a -1 for Jimmy there. But here comes a soul charge. And Tobi, ooh, that hurts. Yeah, Tobi's cooking right now, man. He had the max seed too. So Jimmy's going to bring out 4. The good news is he can at least set his armor. And it's a big field that Tobi has to deal with. I don't think it's surprising. I don't like max seed against Geargia, but Tobi kept it in. But sometimes you got to keep some cards in that are kind of like subpar. Like max seed's okay against Geargia. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's not the best card against them. All right, so... Oh, maybe because Jimmy's playing the Kara Curry version, Maxi's not as bad. I can see it. Okay, so now Jimmy flips armor. Searches for accelerator. Yeah, Jimmy has a lot of plays. I mean, he already torrentialed you, so you're not afraid of torrential. Torrential's limited to 1. So is he gonna try to draw a card? Maybe you maybe you special summon accelerator, or you can do this play as well. Make the burrito, bring out the 7, or sorry, the 3, and then no, I think you synchro with the Geargiano. Oh no, but he could tribute. Okay, he sets armor. Oh, okay, yeah, he's gonna do this play. So synchro with this guy. No, they're. Oh no, he soul charged them. Sorry, yeah, he soul charged them. So he brings out the strategist. That one, when it's summoned, you change the battle position of a monster. So he forces the armor to flip. So armor is going to search. Yeah, it just the strategist changes the battle position of a monster. So you can flip your face down armor. Special summon accelerator. So yeah, but now he can't make the level 8. Because he doesn't have a watchdog. Oh, he's going to tribute the Geargian. Okay, I see. Now he can make Burrito. And he still has not used the level 8 synchro. But here comes Sanctum. Now, what do you get rid of? I mean, this is a huge field. Jimmy's got a lot of cards in hand. So, okay, he's going to go Beagle Tack. And Jimmy Fiendish chains the Beagle Tack. Beagle Tack, when it's special summoned during your opponent's turn, it destroys... Wait, you can't bottomless. Can you bottomless your own monster? I don't think you can. And it's not even 1,500. Or, yeah, 1,500, right? Yeah, you can't even bottomless that thing. Alright, so now that you know you have bottomless... Of course. Now that you saw the bottomless, let me make Stardust. Yeah. I'm not surprised. Oh, Jimmy still has a normal? Oh, if he has not normal summoned, yeah, Jimmy is going off on Tobi. I see your bottomless, so I'm going to go Stardust. Hey, I would have done the exact same thing. If my opponent messes up and gives me Fear, hey, that's their fault. Oh, something similar happened yesterday. So, am I kind of spoiling it? Yeah, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not spoiling it. It wasn't on camera, but I played against. I won't say who it was, but like, he was complaining about how his hand was bad, and someone was sitting next to me, and he flashed him the cards. He's like, "My hand sucks." Showed him, and I was kind of like scared. I was a little scared of Gores, and I saw he didn't have Gores. I'm like, "Hey, why are you flashing your cards to someone sitting next to me?" I was like, "Oh, you don't have Gores, Tack." Anyways, yeah, Jimmy pops off and pulls off the Legacy 2-0 and is moving on with a round 1 win. Again, Jimmy went to Worlds during HAT format, so I hope to see how he does. Hope you guys enjoyed that match. We'll see if Tobi can fight back and get into the top 8. This tournament was 4 rounds of Swiss, cut the top 8. Also, check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, all caps, one word. And yep, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.